Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today I'll be reading a multi-character exciter by me. So let's get into it. Todoroki was not known for his love. He might have been a gentle classmate, a gentle person at heart, and someone who cared deeply for others. But Todoroki as a lover, that was not a familiar concept with most. And until a few months later, not even you. And the same goes for Katsuki, but to a much greater extent, as he never really tried to connect with anyone. In fact, he seemed to actively want to push people away from him. So those two was lovers. Those two, as close friends even. It seemed like a far-fetched idea from how distant they were. And that's why the future months in your life continue to surprise you. It first started when you asked Todoroki for help with their assignments, and he agreed rather reluctantly. But after a few weeks of you doing things together, it seemed like he was enjoying it more, and even just passing by asking if you need help, which was not very usual for him, as most of the time he preferred to be alone. He was a solitary person, so for him to seek you out, it felt great, and you liked to join in with him. He was really good at explaining things, and sometimes his eyes would soften when he was looking at you. You wouldn't notice it most of the time, but lately, after spending so much time with him, those subtle cues and changes were visible to you, aside from anyone else. And Katsuki seemed to admire you from afar. A lot of people saw it, but he didn't know it, because to be honest, Katsuki was a passive-aggressive person, and it was hard to tell what he was feeling, especially if it was directed at you. So you kind of thought he hated you at first, mostly because he was very negative about you, but it was just his way of being jealous that you were really strong, and he was worried that you would surpass him. That didn't happen yet, though. So maybe, maybe for now, it wouldn't hurt to have you as a friend. Wait, no, not a friend. That's not a word that Katsuki would say. As a rival. Yes, a rival that he would help, just so the two of you would compete fairly against one another. Katsuki could be delusional sometimes, but even he knew that his feelings towards you might develop over time. He just refused to admit it yet, hoping that maybe when the two of you create a rivalry that was healthy enough, and something that would keep you two going, all those feelings of admiration would disappear and be replaced with something much closer to what you wanted. Something that would make him grow greater, something to make him improve without wanting to spend more time with you. And it just so seemed that your black hole was two stars of 1A, sucking the men deeper and deeper the closer they got to you, until they knew there was no escape. And the two of them noticed that there was only one other close person to you, other than themselves. And that was why, when each of them wanted to secure a special space for them in your heart, they decided that they might need to eliminate the other, or outdo them, just so you would be only able to see their love for you. He didn't know when admiration and friendly relationships developed into love and crushes, but things like that, they were not in their own power to change. It was just fate's way of forcing a reality upon them. A reality they could no longer refute nor refuse. Something that they now had to deal with in the only way they knew they could. For Todoroki, the thing was more monetary or physical, at least at first until he would ask for some dating advice, since he had no idea how to do things like hugs, kisses, just innocent ones, like forehead kisses. So, sometimes you just wake up and find the new phone down there on the front of your door. Meanwhile, Katsuki will insist on making you breakfast and sharing it with you whenever you had the food. So, it was strange, absurd, and everyone when I noticed, but you just thought that they wanted to be friends with you. Katsuki Bakugo did not know the meaning of friends until I met you. But even that you were wrong about, because right now friends do not suffice for what he wanted to do with you, to be with you. So what was a poor man to do? He asked for dating advice from Kaminari, because he seemed to know a lot more about girls, while Todoroki had much more better luck by asking Momo and Ochako, and that was why the two of them differed in their methods. Todoroki, knowing how to use his words effectively, encouraging you when needed, supporting you and showing you his love in the most subtle ways. And sometimes it would be an arm around your waist, a soft smile over your shoulder. Just those little things that meant a lot in the grander scheme of things. While Katsuki would begrudgingly compliment you, telling you that you did great, idiot, or just asking you out to go with him for maybe hiking on Valentine or Christmas. Surely there was no hint to take upon that. Yeah, he was trying very hard to give you all the hints, as much as Todoroki was trying as well, but he did not seem to get it. In the end, he didn't know how to decide, because the girl told you that those two boys had a crush on you, and you were conflicted, because both of them were amazing, beautiful, and kind, and they both tried their best for you. But what you didn't know about them was that Katsuki and Todoroki alike, even though they disliked each other, and this rivalry for your heart, they would not be upset with who you choose. As long as you were happy, that was all they wanted. So whatever you choose, they would be happy with.